In this SwiftUI tutorial, we'll learn how to navigate from the home view to the profile view, but with a custom transition. Let me show you. But this one is a bit tricky. So before we start, let's break it down. It might not be clear at first, but stay till the end. We need two different backgrounds. The first one in yellow, and on top of it a white background. And we'll mask it with a rounded rectangle. But you'll notice now we have empty space at the top and bottom. That's because of the safe area. We can fix it simply by ignoring the safe area. If we look at the final animation, you'll see that we're pushing the white background to the bottom when we move to the profile view. To do this, we'll simply add a padding from the top. By default, it will be 0. But when we navigate to the profile view, it will be 332. And before we start adding more items on the screen, let's first explain how we can switch from HStack to VStack. Think of AnyLayout like a smart wrapper that can hold any layout. HStack, VStack, ZStack, whatever. We give it the layout we want, and it takes care of the rest. This way, we can write cleaner code and switch layouts, just by changing a value. All right, let's start building the transition. First, we add the avatar and the user info. We use an if condition to trigger the transition. There's a delay because I want the transition to finish before showing the details. We will build the progress bar later, so don't worry about that now. Right now, just focus on the transition. Now, we are switching from the home view to the profile view. When we dismiss the home view, with transition, we will push it down, combined with opacity. Then we fade in the profile view. One more thing, I need to add a close button to the profile view, so we can dismiss it easily. The last thing is the scroll resistance. It's optional, but it's a nice touch. On-scroll geometry change gives us the scroll value, how much the view is moving. We divide that number by 400 to make the effect slower. And I already explained what on-scroll geometry change does in a previous tutorial. We're using GeometryReader because we want the progress bar to be resizable. It gives us the size of the screen, or more specifically the container, so we can make the bar fit any screen width. That fills the bar, depending on how much is spent. If progress is 0.5, we fill 50% of the total width. For the style, we're using a bunch of rectangles inside an overlay. Each one is slightly rotated and has a low opacity to create a nice texture inside the progress. Then we use mask to make sure these rectangles only show inside the filled area. We do that by masking them with the same rounded shape as the progress bar. This keeps the effect clean, it stays inside the bar, and doesn't spill out.